Two Utah prison inmates are accused of locking correctional officers in a cell before setting a fire and causing a riot.
And they did this while allegedly drunk. Fox 13's Haley Higgins is live in Draper this afternoon. Haley, what have you learned?
Yeah, the alleged riot happened in the Wasatch building back in November. It took 6 months for the two inmates to be charged with felony aggravated kidnapping and rioting. Samuela Lomu and his fellow inmate, Daniela Salakilu, are allegedly at the center of a dangerous incident inside the so-called Baker block on November 22nd.
This was a very volatile situation.
As an officer walked through the block, charging documents show he smelled alcohol coming from inside the men's cell. During a search, court documents show they found a bag of fruit that smelled like alcohol and illegal contraband. Lomu is accused of threatening the officer, saying if he took the TV, he would rip his head off. Then another inmate shut the cell door, locking two correctional officers inside for more than an hour.
The prison officials later having to go in there and extract these two individuals who had been locked into that cell, and the other prisoners were not dispersing, and they had to sort of forcefully go in there to bring these individuals out of there.
Lomu is also accused of throwing a metal box and setting bed sheets on fire, which damaged the prison. SWAT was called to get the two men and 6 other inmates back into their cells.
These are serious charges, and these are allegations of serious felonies.
Prosecutors say it took nearly 6 months to file charges because there was no immediate threat to the public, and the men were already in prison. Now, both men will be back in court to face these charges later this month. Now, if they're found guilty of that federal aggravated kidnapping, they could spend the rest of their life behind bars. Reporting live in Draper, Haley Higgins, Fox 13 News, Utah.
Haley mentioned the Baker block. That's a medium security housing area inside the Wasatch building that can house nearly 200 inmates. The worst prison riot in Utah history took place back on May 20th, 1951, when the inmates gained control of the main security building. Now, much of the facility was vandalized and involved 260 prisoners. After a 4-hour standoff with UHP and other agencies, the prisoners returned to their cells.